So I want to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Habakak, and I would also like to give a double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone that do well, that have taught me this truth. And I would also like to say a sincere shalom unto the hopeful elect, unto the scattered elect, unto the brothers that are out there prophesying, laboring in this truth and in this doctrine. Unto you I say shalom. Meat prices are on the rise, but Esau will come with a wicked alternative. Okay, and you got to have your eyes open and know what the hell is going on in this world as we get closer and closer to the end of this man's system, to the end of this kingdom, to the end of their rulership. And as we do, this devil is putting the clamps on everything. He wants to control all the resources. He wants to control the food, the water, everything. Okay, he wants this. He wants his new world order to be fulfilled. All right, and you're going to see a increase of inflation. Eventually, it's going to turn to hyperinflation. We're just in the beginning of it. Okay, and meat, all right, which is obviously a part of food that people buy from the store daily to prepare meals or whatever it may be. It's on the rise. You're going to have beef, chicken, are the main meats. Okay, but it's going to be a lot of inflation, and people are going. Hey, people, this America is a gluttonous country. All right, where people got to have the biggest steak, the biggest burger. Okay, the 100 chicken wings. Jake wanted, it's mainly our people. They're the worst. Their diets are the worst amongst all the people. All right, and our people are the ones that's going to be craving for meat. They can't. Jake don't know how to fast. Jake don't know how to eat a meal. All right, of just maybe greens. All right, Jake got to have a big steak, a big burger. All right, some lasagna, something that has meat in it. Therefore, Esau's setting a trap. Okay, where he's going to rise the prices of beef, but therefore he's going to come with this wicked alternative in the form of this lab-grown meat. All right, I'm gonna play this video on from Instagram, a short video on it, where you can get an insight of how this devil thinks and what this devil's plans are. Okay, and they're gonna do this with all your food, not just of course the meat, but certain vegetables, certain fruits. You already see that where they have fruits that a seedless watermelon, seedless this. Okay, where they're producing a lot of these fruits in laboratories, and the elder the elder Yahshua always goes into how they have the Terminator seeds, where after one harvest, that's it, that's all you get, like where the fruits, they don't have actually seeds for you to reproduce, because Esau wants you to go to him for the one of all things, even to get seeds, all right, to grow. They're already putting putting these farmers in a great bind right now, whether they're going bankrupt or they're paying them not to grow certain foods or certain crops. So let me play this video right here. You're going to see what this devil has in store. All right, and this is and you could say this is already taking place. Okay, it's just a matter of time for they really flood the markets with it. I'll play it. The mysteries that lay inside. How do you solve the cost of living crisis with engineered human meats? It sounds like magic. And this is where they said engineered happens. Human meats. The Good Harvest processing plant has been up and running for over 8 months. It contains both industrial and clinical operations on a site the size of 4 football pitches. Hey, you Mick?
I certainly am. Pleased to meet you, Greg.
Very good to meet you. I'm here to learn.
Right, come this way and I'll show you how it all works.
I want to see everything.
Oh, you will.
Mick Ross oversees the production line and is in charge of over 60 full-time staff who engineer roughly 50,000 steaks every day. 50,000, let me pause it, 50,000 steaks per day. Okay, they're processing. It's not like, they're waiting, they're on a farm with a slaughterhouse and the cows. No, they're producing these in a laboratory. Okay, and these are going to be rolled out into your stores. All right, and a lot of people ain't gonna know the difference. A lot of times, it's going to get it's already bad, but a lot of times Jake don't even look at price. Not that necessary. Jake doesn't even look at what it is. They just look at the price. Like, oh shit, they got they got steaks for $5.99, or whatever the price may be. And they're going to do the same thing when it comes to this. All right, some jakers are going to be opposed to it but when steaks, all right, steaks is already high. All right, steaks and other ground beef products. When that shit's like $50 and you can buy this lab grown shit for $10, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to say, man, I just got to season it up real good, throw some Lawry's on it and let it marinate overnight, and tomorrow it should be good. All right, and once they taste it, they go, hey, it tastes better. All right, that's how simple-minded our people are. All right, for those that don't got their eyes open, they're gonna be eating shit, human flesh, human organisms, pretty much. Okay, and a lot of this shit that we eat, we don't know what the hell we eating. Okay, but we just pray to Yahawashi that the things that we do take in, it doesn't kill us. Okay, because all this shit that we eat is poison. It's poison all around us. We breathing in poison. Okay, let me play a little bit more.
So come on then, Mick. How on earth do you grow human meat? I want to introduce you to our nutrient vat. Hello, nutrient vat, Greg Wise, telepresenter, and your job is? Well, what its job is, it processes thin slices of tissue in a nutrient-rich mix, which you see here, and then cells start to grow. So over a 24-hour period, these will slowly fuse together into one great big, what we call a cake. So you're telling me that is human flesh? Exactly. But why human meat? Why not animal meat? That's a very good question. We've got centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our side. We know more about humans than we do about animals. So we've mastered engineering human cells to make these.
This devil is diabolical. Okay, they do nothing but cause mischief and create wickedness. Okay, it says, let me grab this real quick. Let me see. I think it's Proverbs 4, 4 and 16. Proverbs 4 and 16. They sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. They got to do mischief. Okay, that's all this devil knows. All right, this devil is, like I said, this devil's diabolical. He said, why not use animal meat? He said, oh, what does the devil say? I forgot. They've done all these tests and this and that. This devil has an excuse for everything. Let me grab this real quick. Psalm 64 and 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search, is the point. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. They do a diligent search. They just didn't come up with this crap. Okay, this is something that they've been planning, that they've been doing research on. Okay, they probably slipped it into a few stores already, and put the label ground beef or not porterhouse. What's the other one? T-bone or a steak or whatever. And people, and they probably waited for people to come back, whether they're gonna complain or not. People didn't complain. Okay, if people just probably more than likely ate the shit and didn't know the difference. Okay, and that's what we're coming to. That's where we're moving towards in this wicked ass society, where you got the people eating human flesh, as it said. All right, human organisms. They went from GMOs to genetically modified organism to would you call that HMOs, human modified organisms? This is just this devil's wickedness is out of hand.
Structured flavours and sinews that we expect from the flavours of steaks we eat. That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors.
They said tastier. Ain't that
I'm Greg Wise, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is stunning. With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the...
Tastier, cheap, man, this is shit is... But you Israelites that have your eyes open, you can see what this devil... See how wicked this devil is, all right? Wicked this system is. And you see why we need new rulership. We need to be saved from these people, from these Edomites, okay? Because if the scriptures say if it was up to Esau, if it wasn't for the elect's sake, there will be no flesh to be saved. All right. We always talk about cannibalism is coming back, and you never thought it would be like this. Okay. But hey, it's going to get so bad out here in these streets. All right. That people are going to, revert to, eating this crap. Okay. Hey, I'll starve, man. The hell with, I put my faith in Yahawashi before I eat some of this crap. And the Lord said he's not gonna forsake his elect, his men that have, went out there and prophesied and labored in this truth. Okay, but hey, it's gonna come to a head. It's gonna come to a point where this may be the only thing offered, and a lot of Jakes that say they got faith are gonna give in and eat this crap. Okay, and I'm pretty sure they mingled some pork up in there somewhere. Okay, they mingled some what is this shit called, gelatin in there or something. All right, that's why you got to, when you come into this truth, the Lord gives you the spirit of knowledge and wisdom, where you have a greater insight of things in this world, where you're not just blindly just eating crap. You're looking at ingredients. Okay, you're in everything, in medicine, in vitamins. You're looking at, are these capsules have shellfish in them? Do they have gelatin in them? Okay, because gelatin is pork. They do have some vegan gelatin, but the way Esau mass produces these foods, they're not gonna say, well, I want to put vegan gelatin in this one. No, they're gonna put pork gelatin in everything because it obviously is cheaper. Okay, but let me play a little bit more of this, and I'm gonna pull some precepts.
Squeeze of the cost of.
I pretty much was it. So, that's where we at, and pretty soon this shit is gonna be in your Albertsons, your Vons, probably gonna be in your damn Whole Foods. Everyone likes to go to Whole Foods and Sprouts. They're gonna put it in there too. Okay, and people are gonna people are gonna look at it and frown upon it at first, but when hyperinflation hits, okay, where you want a steak, you want a T-bone steak, oh, that's gonna be $100, or you can get this T-bone and this human meat, which is $10. Jake don't got no faith. Jake gonna just roll with the bullshit. Okay, so let me grab this Ezekiel 4. Oh, shit, I want to Ezekiel 4 and verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So everything we eat, all right, even if you think you're eating organic, you're making, green smoothies, all that stuff is tainted. Okay, it's defiled. All right, because the spinach, the kale, whatever we get is coming from a farm where it's more likely than sprayed with pesticides, or it's the water that helps it grow, it gives it nutrients, is tainted. Okay, the air is tainted, the soil is tainted, everything is tainted. All right, it's nothing in this place in America, in Babylon, in this world we're living in, this current rulership, that is pure organic. This devil has destroyed everything. That's why he has to be taken out of place. He has to be taken from his seat, his rulership seat. Okay, let me grab Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? If it's not Esau, Edom, okay, that controls all the food industries, all these different industries, who's doing it? You can't blame this on the migrants. You can't blame this on MS-13. You can't blame this on the gangs. You can't, they'll try to. You can't blame this on Jake. Okay, who's doing this? Who has the resources to have factories to have human meat? Who has the money and the resources to test these things and try these things out? Esau. Okay, that's running this world, mainly Amalek. Okay, because they run. Who's approving this? The FDA, the Food and Drug Administration. They approve this. Who runs the FDA? Who's the heads of the FDA? The small hats. Okay, but hey, our people are going to learn the hard way, because they continue to put trust in this system. They continue to put trust in this man. Okay, and hey, pretty soon they're gonna continue to trust in this system, and eating human flesh. Eating human meat is not going to be. That's going to be the least of their worries because they're going to have to worry about taking that chip or not. Let me see. Let me put my phone on silent real quick. Okay, this is Sirach 10, 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, take good heed and beware of him. He's humbling himself because he's going to tell the world that, oh, this is going to save, it's going to save the earth. It's going to save the planet. Okay, it's going to save the animals. All right, this is all lies. This devil, all he knows how to do is lie. Okay, it says here I'm gonna go back to that. I'm gonna finish reading that. It just came to my mind. Psalms, was it 53? 53. No, 56. Shit, I went to Proverbs. Bear with me 1 second. I think it's 56. 56 or 58. Yeah, here it is. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. This devil is all he's going to do is lie and lie and lie. All right. We always say to tell the truth. To mean to know the truth, you got to tell a lie. And this devil has this. His whole existence has been deception. Okay. And that's one of his main tools is to deceive. Okay. He's deceiving you to make you believe that this is real meat. They say in the package it says it tastes better than real meat. Okay, and it's cheaper and it's cost effective. It's better for the environment. This devil is nothing but lie. Okay, back to the verse in Sirach Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and 11. Though he humble himself, go crouching, take good heed, and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. All right, his wickedness, his rust is always going to show forth. It's always going to show through. His wickedness is always going to reveal him. Okay, but hey, our people got to wake the hell up. Okay, our people have to know that this know the characteristics of this devil that we're dealing with. Okay, because if not, and this is just one part of his wickedness. Okay, this is just a small part of his wickedness that is being brought to light. All right, in these last days, what he's been doing. Okay, because hey, believe it or not, it's a lot of those fast food joints. All right, the McDonald's, the Burger Kings, where that shit ain't beef. Okay, that you more than likely, if you still eating that crap, you're more than likely eating human flesh that's mixed in there. Okay, people don't ever think how can a damn what are they putting in this burger? It's all kind of preservatives and flavor enhancers. They're putting in this burger where the same burger you could eat on one side of the country, you can eat and it tastes a certain way. And you go to the other side of the world, to China or Japan, it's going the same burger or the same nuggets. All right, taste the same. All right, because it's these devils have like I said, these devils have they got the power in their hands to manipulate all these different things. All right, like I said, flavor enhancers. All right, where it's just wicked, man. It's just hella wicked, and our people got to wake up, man. Our people have to understand this devil that they're dealing with this before this devil really shows his horns. All right, where he makes you eat this. All right, where he don't give you a choice. Where you all these jakes out here on EBT and these SNAP benefits and shit where they may say, "Hey, only meat you can purchase is this meat right here. This what is it called? What the hell is this shit called? Human meat or whatever. What do they call it? Let me see. They have a specific name for it. Damn, what's the name? Let me wait for it to pop up. It'll come back, but they may put that on your EBT list. Like, hey, you can only purchase this type of meat. Okay, and what is Jay gonna do? Jay try to jake it up the best they can, and put it, and feed it to their families. All right. Let me see. So, yeah, I ain't tripping on the name. It'll come back up. But let me grab this. Hosea 4:6. For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High, and I will also forget thy children. All right. So the knowledge is here. All right. The prophets, through the spirit of Yahawashi, are bringing forth this knowledge. Okay, to tell our people, hey, look what this devil's doing. Okay, and yeah, it's nothing that we can do about it, but we can prepare ourselves. All right, we can begin. You Jakes that just coming in, begin to build. Build grow in the spirit, build your faith. All right, begin to fast on a regular. Okay, you don't got to fast, obviously every day, but begin to periodically fast. So when that time comes, hey, you'll be prepared. Okay, you'll be prepared for going a day or going to 2 days without eating. Okay, when Esau's gonna offer you this crap, what is this? I still ain't seen the name. It's called oh, they tell me the name. It'll come up. But whatever this shit is called, where you'll be able to go without, food for a few days, because, you refuse to, eat this bullshit. Okay, like like the three holy children refused to eat the king's meat. They rather was a Daniel 1, where they rather what is it? Drink post, meaning a green smoothie. Good Harvest. That's the name of it. Good Harvest. This shit. Good Harvest, humans by humans. Yeah. So I just want to bring this out. I came upon this and saw this tweet about how the price of beef was going up, and how Esau is going to ultimately come with this wicked alternative. Okay. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the hopeful elect, and I would like to give all praise, glory, and honor unto Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Harakak Wadash. Shalom.